To my beloved Brummana High School, I'm writing to express my gratitude for being a nurturing haven where I found not only education, but also love, guidance, and friendship. A place I call home. I feel so blessed and lucky that I was a student of yours. You provided me with the best education that allowed me to build a strong belief in myself and in humanity. From the moment I walked through your gates, I was hypnotized by your timeless beauty and magic. That is ingrained in my heart for life. Your serene atmosphere and the embrace of your motherly nest have shaped me into the person I am today. As I stood beneath the shade of your mother tree, I felt its branches hug me with a loving and comforting embrace. I sat there and contemplated on the resilience and strength your presence has marked for decades. And I thanked Theophilus Waldmeyer for his vision and dreams that laid the foundation for everything you represent. His legacy lives on in every student, every teacher, every member of staff, and every corner of your sublime campus.
Theophilus Waldmeyer was a Swiss, an educated man. He converted to Quakerism, and he came to Lebanon on the back of a donkey around about 1870, and he found a place that was ripe and ready for development. And he saw that there were two particular services lacking in the Meton region: health and education.
I think the combination of several things made Brummana High School so special. Definitely we start with the ethos of the school, with the spirit of the people who established it. So the main purpose is to serve a certain community to get education.
Education does three things, particularly in developing countries. It relieves poverty, it confers dignity on people who have little else, and it lays the ground rules for democracy. Effectively, we have three academic programs. We have the Lebanese program, which leads to the brevet and the baccalaureate. We have the international program, which leads to IGCSEs and A-levels. And we have the international baccalaureate, which is only for grades 11 and 12.
We shouldn't forget the Quaker spirit that says that every person is or should be respected because it has a part of God.
Being a Quaker school means we are non-denominational. We are not directly attached to any official religion. And that means we have people in a country that's deeply divided from all religious backgrounds, from all economic backgrounds. And in this kind of atmosphere, children feel free to think what they think and to say what they like, and to realize that that will be tolerated. And that's where the basis of a sound democracy lies, in respect for other people's views, tolerance of other people's conduct within limits. And that's the kind of world that they will, as adults, seek to build.
Today, the only piece of land that British Quakers own anywhere in the world is Brummana High School. One time, we hoped that it would be given to local Quakers and that eventually there would be a local responsibility for Brummana.
Nothing compares to how much service and contributions you have done that extend far beyond the boundaries of your campus, reaching out to the communities of Brummana and beyond.
Brummana High School did not really run effectively as a school for the last 3 years of the First World War. The Turks were here and they took over the school in 1915. This was the time of the Great Famine.
50% of the population of Lebanon died in that period. But in the village of Brummana, 2,000 people, 5% died.
The way in the First World War that this happened was really through the hospital, providing care, and local people and those associated with the school, Lebanese, providing a soup kitchen, which was run by Lebanese Quakers. The Second World War was a bit different. The school did run throughout the Second World War, quite remarkably really, because the school's property was used by one army or another for administrative or sleeping purposes.
Several times they had to change the usage of the buildings. Sometimes they turned a building to a hospital because that was badly needed during, for example, the First and Second World Wars. And that gives you a message that those buildings are not static, they are not stone, they are alive, and they serve the community as it is required, when it is required. This interaction with the need is very important. This is the spirit of the school, and this makes its magic. Some of our buildings were connected to specific events that took place in the school history. For example, we have the Edinburgh House, and it is called Edinburgh because Prince Philip, who was the husband of Queen Elizabeth, came and was here at the inauguration of this building. That shows the importance of the school to have the Prince of England come here and inaugurate it. It was something big.
It is both a privilege and an honor for me to be an old scholar and to celebrate your existence for the last 150 years. You've been a guiding light for generations.
Wherever you go in the world, you will find old scholars. In any field, you will find Brummana High School old scholars. Not only that, they are so proud that they are old scholars, that it is one of the main characteristics they start with. They say, I'm an old scholar.
Thanks to you, I understood how important it is to embrace diversity and to have a strong passion and will to serve.
From the age of 3 or 4, we are involving children in charitable activities by which they will see the pleasure and the joy of working for and with other people. And they see the immediate benefits of doing so in changing people's lives in a small way. In addition to that, we run a club called I Serve, and this is evident throughout the year, partly through things like bake sales and other activities through which we raise funds for anything from children's cancer units to refugees. And indeed, when the recent earthquakes happened, we were immediately, through the I Serve Club, active in providing practical help, food, blankets, clothing for refugees in Turkey and in Syria. But primarily, we look to help those in Lebanon.
So here's to you, Brummana High School, to your timeless beauty, your unwavering kindness, and your steadfast dedication to nurturing the minds and souls of all who passed and will pass through your gates.
Yes, for the last 20 years I've been emotionally involved with this lovely place called Brummana High School.
Brummana is on a mountain overlooking Beirut, a bit like a lighthouse, keeping ships off the rocks.
I think that it was built with love. I think when they established the school, the people who built it were seeing the purpose of it, and they knew that they were doing something important that will be there for many years to come, and that will serve a very high level of commitment and purpose.
Brummana High School has to change with the times, with the educational needs of the children according to the way in which the world moves forward and develops.
In the coming 150 years, Brummana High School will continue to serve its community. At the same time, it will evolve with the education to be on top of it as it used to be in the last 150 years.
And I think that's even more true today because of the role that Brummana plays within the nation of Lebanon as a beacon of hope, beacon of security. It's been through many privations, but this beacon that it is of good education, of caring community, a safe place to be. Well, I think it's one of the most important elements in the whole of this Middle East.
May you celebrate 150 more years to come and inspire future generations. With all my deepest gratitude and fondest memories, your beloved and loyal student.
Brummana School and won't let you forget.